Alright, welcome to Recycle Bin Sticker. As you see, I got the little logo up. I thought that finally made sense to me to put the logo up. You know, we're going to be talking about robots for the rest of the week. I'm your host, Reginald Whibbey, aka the roboticizer of recycling. So, here we go. We're going to talk about the second way that you will be able to move your recyclables to space. And that is with the space elevator. Once again, we went to the 3D warehouse and whipped this sucker up. There was many space elevators to choose from, but we chose to pick this one because, as you can see, it's already geo-referenced to a piece of the planet, and it looks pretty spectacular. It has a complex architecture, which is nice when you're doing a concept design. And for those of you who don't really understand too much about space elevators, they will allow you to move large quantities of product, whether they be TVs to recyclables, from the surface of the planet to outer space. And the way they'll be doing it, when in all the science fiction books that I've read, they'll be using a carbon diamond filament of, you know, like a wire, a carbon diamond wire that is allowed to be very lightweight but also very strong and resilient and very flexible. It's going to be amazing. And also with these space elevators, you need a weight at the end to keep it taut. And that weight, as we'll see here, oh crap. Okay, see, with this one, when you turn and stuff, you can get lost real easy. I'm not understanding that. Okay, so we're having a little bit of technical difficulties because the other one that I have is so heavy. Okay, what's F it? We're gonna close out of it. Close it. Okay, so we're gonna go back and open that up again so that we can see that. So here is once again the space elevator, and we're going up the wire, up the wire, up the wire, up the wire. Wham, we're in space. The product keeps moving from this wire all the way to the center in here. It keeps going up to here until we get to the spaceport. And the spaceport is not only just the spaceport, it is also used as an anchor to keep the space elevator taut. And you see that we have different types of spaceships here. We have, you know, one of the whibbey recycling transport. And I imagine we'd have some kind of competitor or another friend in business who would also be moving product through here. And this particular model here won the Google 3D Space Challenge. And as you can see, it sort of looks like they're coming and going, bringing materials and maybe even people. So this is the spaceport. Get a good look at it. We'll zoom in. We'll zoom in and let it stand still so you can see the different types of flags of the world around the center. This person did a very, very good job. So this is from here in the actual spaceport. We'll be flying more than likely to the specific L5 points in our sector of space. And an L point is a Legrange point. Legrange is the guy who found pockets of equilibrium space around our planet. And I pulled up the Wikipedia file so that we can understand where the particular Legrange points are. So we see that we have one behind the moon, one in front of the Earth, and we have the L4 and L5 and L3 sort of off in nowhere's land. And we have an L3 way on the other side of the sun. That's interesting. So, okay, once we get out into space, once we get there and we're here, we'll be able to either go to the L5 district that's in front of the Earth. I brung one of these here, and you see we have some whibbey recycling space transport vehicles leaving the L1 district. They're probably carrying a whole bunch of recyclables, and this is like a mock-up of a robotic recycling plant that is completely automated, that is actually in space. because blow-ups happen. And we also have another one off in the other L Legrange point. Yeah, I haven't been using this word for very long. I'm fucking up all over the place. So we have a in the L2 Legrange point behind the moon, we have McTrex Spaceport Bar and Grill. I think this is pretty cool. Let's go ahead and look at this for a while. It sort of has a Jetson feel to it, and you can understand that when we become a species that is comfortable with being in outer space, that we'll create structures like this, because we'll apply beauty. Architects gonna always put beauty with it. And he said he blended the 1950s style with his spaceport. And this is another spaceport here. I imagine this one has a really large recycling plant here, where we're recycling transport vehicles. They're going to be going here, dropping off the recyclables. We're going to be making things from tampons to plastic boards for circuits in this manufacturing plant here. It's going to be completely automated. Let the AIs and the robots figure out what we're going to be doing there while I travel from the Earth, the Moon, and Mars making money, influencing the political sphere. So that is another way to get your recyclables from the surface of a planet to the outer space part of your planet, which will be the space elevator. So thank you. Together we are roboticizing recycling.